Buongiorno a tutti, bentornati sul mio canale. In questo video vedremo domande di inglese per la prove preselettive dei concorsi di pubblica amministrazione e in particolar modo per il concorso 1858 posti IMSS. Fill in the blank. I was puntini puntini, how could he possibly do that to me? Risposta: made at him. Fill in the blank. I was hungry. Puntini puntini. I made a sandwich. Risposta: so. Fill in the blank. I wasn't aware that Jim had a drug. Risposta: addiction. Fill in the blank. I went to the puntini puntini to buy a birthday present for his boyfriend, but I could find the book I wanted to give him. Risposta: bookshop. Fill in the blank. I will puntini puntini at the concert tomorrow. Risposta: sing. Fill in the blank. I wish I could have one of those relaxing holidays where you can get puntini puntini it all. Risposta: always from. Fill in the blank. I wish that man puntini puntini so loaded on his mobile. I just hope he won't go on until the train reaches London. Risposta è wall talk. Fill in the blank. I wish that man puntini puntini so loudly on his mobile. I just hope he won't go on until the train reaches London. Risposta: wall talk. Fill in the blank. I would have liked to be a professional footballer, but I once the puntini puntini. Risposta: up to it. Fill in the blank. I would invite Tom to my dinner party if he puntini puntini drinks so much. Risposta: didn't. Fill in the blank. Ian was involved in a mirror car puntini puntini last week. Luckily, he didn't report any serious injuries. Risposta: accident. Fill in the blank. I'd like puntini puntini information about this product. Risposta: some. Fill in the blank. I'd like to apply for that baking job, but I haven't got puntini puntini experience in the international finance. Risposta: much. Fill in the blank. I'd like to book a tweet room for the weekend. Puntini puntini. Possible. Risposta: if. Fill in the blank. I'd like to take a year of work and go on a puntini puntini around the world. Risposta: journey. Fill in the blank. If he puntini puntini my friend, I would swim in his pool every day. Risposta: where. Fill in the blank. If he had known we were coming, I'm sure he puntini puntini left the door unclosed. Risposta: would have. If I puntini puntini a cake, will you bring some drinks for us? Risposta: make. Fill in the blank. If I puntini puntini in other ways, I would have gotten a better price. Risposta: had booked. Fill in the blank. If I, puntini, Obama, I would change the world. I suppose they were. Fill in the blank. If I, the truth, now we would still be together. I suppose I had known. Fill in the blank. If I find a job, I, puntini, buy a new car. I suppose they will. Fill in the blank. If it's, puntini, tomorrow, I'll stay at home. I suppose it rains. Fill in the blank. If John has studied more last year, he, puntini, in an advanced class this year. I suppose they would be. Fill in the blank. If Michael arrives on time, we can, puntini, the early balls. I suppose they catch. Fill in the blank. If the board directors, puntini, their approval, our company will be reorganized. I suppose they gives. Fill in the blank. If the board of directors, puntini, they approve, there will be a manager with Smithland. I suppose they gives. Fill in the blank. If the plane, puntini, late tonight, I will get to a taxi to the hotel. I suppose they arrives. Fill in the blank. If the water, puntini, go good, I might go for a game of golf later. Fill in the blank. If we, puntini, a new house last year, we would have been able to afford a nice exotic holiday in the sun this year. I suppose had both. Fill in the blank. If we, puntini, for a couple of weeks, we could have booked our new fridge for half the price we paid. There's a massive sale at the store this week. I suppose I had only waited. Fill in the blank. If we, puntini, so much few years ago, we'd have a committee edge. I suppose I had instead. If fill in the blank. If we want to beat the puntini, we must produce better quality at lower price. I suppose the competition. Fill in the blank. If we want to beat the puntini, we must produce better quality at lower price. Competition. Fill in the blank. If you, puntini, you'll be late for work. I suppose don't hurry. Fill in the blank. If you, puntini, dinner, I'll wash the dishes. I suppose they cook. Fill in the blank. If you, puntini, help with your math homework, just give me a call. I suppose they need. Fill in the blank. If you that something was wrong with that invoice, we would have found ourselves in a difficult situation. I suppose I hadn't noticed it. Fill in the blank. If you, puntini, that something was wrong with that invoice, we would have found ourselves in a difficult situation. I suppose I had noticed it. Fill in the blank. If you, puntini, decay, we won't be locked out of the house. I suppose I had forgotten. Fill in the blank. If you puntini puntini to him, I'm sure he will reply. Risposta kinder. If you fill in the blank. If you accepted to buy 3,000 units, we puntini you all 10% reduction on the price. Risposta could offer. Fill in the blank. If you borrow a book from the library today, you puntini return it within a month. Risposta must. Fill in the blank. If you don't know a word, you can puntini in the dictionary. Risposta look it up. Fill in the blank. If you don't know a word, you can look puntini in the dictionary. Risposta it up. Fill in the blank. If you don't know the meaning of a word, puntini in the dictionary. Risposta look it up. Fill in the blank. If you don't understand one of the questions, put up puntini hand. Risposta io. Fill in the blank. If you get lost, you can always puntini ask someone for directions. Fill in the blank. If you go puntini car, you will be on time. Risposta by. Fill in the blank. If you invite puntini, we will certainly come. Risposta as. Fill in the blank. If you need their telephone number, puntini in the telephone directory. Risposta look it up. Fill in the blank. If you want you achieve good results, you must puntini plain-headed. Fill in the blank. If you wish to apply for this scholarship, just puntini the form fill in. Fill in the blank. If you are too fat, you puntini eat chocolate. Risposta mustn't. Fill in the blank. I'll complete the project. Puntini something more urgent come up. Risposta until not. Fill in the blank. I'll complete the project. Puntini something more come up. Risposta unless. Fill in the blank. I'll finish the report. Puntini something exceptional stops me. Risposta unless. Fill in the blank. I'll help you when I puntini doing my emails. Risposta have finished. Fill in the blank. I'll take up puntini at the newspaper later. Risposta look. Il video di oggi termina qua. Per vedere altri miei video iscriviti al canale e attiva la campanella delle notifiche.